Hey guys, Zelonius here. Welcome to another video on the channel. Very important one on the channel, my UFL 2025 wish list. Now, I think this game has a lot of potential. There's a lot that I really love about the game. I think it's got a lot of great fundamentals, and I think this game could become a brilliant game. But of course, there are quite a lot of issues. For a game that launched 3-4 weeks ago, I think it's about 4 weeks now, it is a really good game in my opinion. But there's plenty of issues for launch of the game. They've done well, but there's a lot of issues that need fixing. Some are more short term, some are probably more long term ones. I've got a mix here of feedback, improvements that I think would make the game a lot better. UFL do watch my videos. They've commented on 2 of my videos in the last week, so they are watching videos. Don't know how much of it they take on board. Obviously, they've got their own internal people, their own thoughts about where the game should go. But these video here, all the comments that you guys put, I read. Quite a lot of the comments that you guys have put have impacted this video. I asked you to say what improvements, issues you see with the game that would you like to see change. So a lot of that is in some of the things that I'm going to talk about, and obviously my own personal opinion. For anyone new watching the channel, I'm top 10 right now in the Premier Division. I was as high as 4th. I'm on a bit of a bad recent run of form. A lot of it's just the meta. If you look at my team, I have Haaland, I do cross a bit, but I'm using Mbappe, Messi. I'm trying to get a lot better at the dribbling, normal build-up. I think in mid-January when the new patch comes in, I think it will drastically change the game. I think the game will be a lot better because right now the crossing and heading meta is awful. This like Tom Juve guy, I used to beat him every time. He now plays Havertz at cam. He runs down the wing. You can't let them go to the byline because they'll just get an easy cross at near post. You can't let them cut back because then they just cross to the edge of the box. You literally cannot defend it. No matter how you defend, you're going to end up conceding against these. He plays Havertz at cam. He always wins the headers. It's just what it is. I'm not at this point. I'm not really taking the game very seriously in terms of my ranking in Premier Division, my win loss. I'm just trying to improve at the fundamentals like defending, passing, moving, dribbling, things like that. Because right now the game at a high level, just being honest, is quite broken. The meta's really bad. You can defend something the best way or perfect to concede. So some of these people that I play, they're getting wins against me, abusing basically just broken things about the game, and it's fine. I don't really care. When I moan and complain about the meta in the videos, it's because I want the game to be the best it can be. I believe in it. I'm putting a lot of time into this game, putting content. I want Strikers Inc. to help the game reach the potential it can be and be the best it can be. But they've already announced the big patch coming in mid-January. I'm looking forward to that. I think that'll drastically change the game for the better. Thank you, Tyler Wilson, for subscribing. But yeah, that's just where I'm currently at with the game. This video here, I've got 2 types of improvements. Gameplay and then just menu/content. So I'm going to go through those. Let me know what you guys think. You might not agree with everything I say. A lot of it is obviously my opinion, my perspective of being a high-ranked player on the game, but then I've taken on board what people have been saying in the comments of the videos as well. So, gameplay. I've got a whole host of stuff. Goalkeepers on heading. Keepers, it does not matter whether they've got the best stats in the game or they've got stuff to deal with headers. They just don't react sometimes. Sometimes they do amazing saves on headers. Sometimes they don't do anything at all. They just let the easiest headers in, even from like 15 plus yards. Keepers need a massive buff on heading. Corners are way too OP. A lot of these gameplay things I'm talking about, they've already announced coming in a future patch, going to be fixed. So they've already said that corners are going to be, it's going to be easier to win the headers for defenders. That should help a lot. Corners are a bit of an RNG lottery right now. I just lost a game, I think twice, Gallo 5-3. He scored a corner, and then I had a corner where I won the flick on and had an open net. My player just didn't switch to react. If I score that, he doesn't score as we draw. It's an RNG lottery at this point that at the highest level can decide games. So corners are pretty broken. Heading and crossing in general, I think crossing is just too accurate. It's always on target. Again, they said they're going to make crossing a bit worse. I want it to the point it's just broken in the sense you can't use it basically. Crossing and heading on this game and on FIFA in the past used to be such a low skill gap. Like I say, someone that used to be every game, he's just figured out now. He puts a verse at cam, just crosses to him every time. Wins a knockdown that you can't defend. You can't stop the knockdown. You can't win the knockdown. Takes a touch of Haaland while the ball's in the air. You can't tackle him. Scores. It's stupidly low skill gap. It's really boring. Heading and crossing right now is awful on the game. I'm not really using it too much. It's hurting me, but it is what it is. The new patch coming should massively change that. Chip through balls, too good. Again, something that they've already addressed, saying that they're going to improve. I don't mind chip through balls when you're playing on someone's strong foot and they've got 95 plus passing and the skills, as in the long pass skill. I don't mind them being good at chip through balls then. That is fine. But right now, players, you can do it on, what do you call it, Van der Ven's weak foot. I think Van der Ven has a 2-star. Yeah, on a 2-star weak foot for Van der Ven, he could play a chavvy like chip through ball. It's stupid. Short passes, doesn't happen loads, but sometimes they just don't lock on or they go the complete wrong way. That's not a big issue that happens, but it is annoying when it happens. Through balls, I think, need a slight buff. I'm talking on the ground through balls. It does, if you have players with high passing and the slicer playstyle or skill, they are better, but they're still not that great. I think they need a slight buff, but nothing too crazy. Shooting in the box needs a little bit of a buff, in my opinion. Keepers are too strong now. They were too bad at the launch. Everything went in. Now they're not good in. Now they're too good, and as in keepers, and too many times shots in the box miss. I've got Haaland with 99 finishing. I've got clips of him missing from 10 yards out under zero pressure, centre of the box. That shouldn't be happening. It causes too much RNG. I'm not saying every shot should always go in, but if you hit shots from good positions, it should be goals. Long shots need quite a big buff, in my opinion. Pellegrini, 92 shot power, 89 long shots, ultra sniper for long shooting. He cannot score outside the box. The only shot that ever goes in outside the box on this game, and it's not that consistent at all, is a finesse from just on the edge of the box. I don't really see that as a massive long shot. I cannot score a normal long shot, even with players who've got insane long shooting. That's an issue. I don't want long shooting to be insane, but the way players are on this game, they've got strengths, they've got weaknesses. When players have the strength of being insane at long shooting, and they've got the ultra skill for it and really good stats, they should be able to score from 25, 30 yards if you get it into a great position and hit the power right and pick it out. That, one, stops people AI defending. Two, stops people just parking the bus in the middle, and it makes it other options other than just crossing and heading. AI defending needs a slight nerf. I believe and agree with them that they didn't change it. I think it's the same as day one. I just think people now have, one, better defenders. Two, understand a bit more how to defend. Three, it's shocking and I hate it when people play 5-back. The 5-back with AI in this game when they get 2 midfielders back is awful. I don't think it needs a huge nerf. I just think it needs a slight nerf. The AI is slightly too good right now. What have I got here? Yeah, I think 5-back needs a bit of a nerf, but I think it'll be, if chip through balls and switching and crossing are nerfed, I think that will hurt 5-back in itself. I think one of the things that makes 5-back viable is that people can just switch it to their wingers in it and get instant counter attacks. When that's made harder, it will hurt the 5-back's attack. Time wasting. It is ridiculous right now. Time wasting is insane. I could, against a top level player on this game, keep the ball for the whole of the second half probably. It's not that hard. It's really easy to just keep the ball on this game and time waste. Way easier than it should be. Definitely something that they massively need to improve, because right now it is awful. I've played people who've gone 1-0 up against me 10 minutes into a stupid goal, and then they've just spammed time wasting against me, and it's been really hard to get the ball back, even on like ultra pressing. Part of that, honestly, is because of how easy passing is. You can play reverse 180, weak foot, 50 passing stat players, easy passes. They need to make passing slightly worse. I don't want passing to be bad. I like the feel of the game in some ways, but right now it's too easy to time waste because of it. In skills, fix the rainbow flick. I don't really use it because I think it'll be fixed. Maybe I should start using it in case they don't fix it. If you do the rainbow flick on the edge of the box, it's near impossible for someone to defend unless they get lucky. It just gets you easy goals. Skills, I think, need a slight buff. I don't think they need massive buff. I just think they need slightly speeding up. I think that'll improve the skill gap a little bit. And then another one, tactics. I don't think they do enough. Width of defense. I've got that on 10, and my fullbacks instantly just tuck inside. If I have my fullback. Like, I don't know what else you can do. Like, you can do pressure the opposition, but there's nothing else here. I could go close to the sideline, but I don't know. I've never tried it. I might try that now. Play close to the sideline, make runs in space and wings. They're on balance normally. Can try that, I guess. But that's an attacking. It's literally attacking width, so I don't think it'll make any difference. Fullbacks just don't defend the wings properly, even when you've got 10 attacking or full width on defense. That is the gameplay stuff. Like I said, a lot of these are more issues at the highest level. I'm, if you look, playing against Premiers and Rubies every game. This here, the 3-0 loss here against, I think, 07 Legend 07. I've had this happen 3 times now. It's really demoralising when it happens. I went into the lobby, readied up, and it just instant said connection closed. It gave me a 3-0 loss. Why would anyone quit in the lobby? That's happened 3 times to me now. That's like 7 or 8% of my losses or something stupid. That shouldn't be happening. And again, when I'm talking about these things, I like the game a lot. I think the game could do really well. These are things that I think if Strikers Inc. can fix these for UFL, it'll get to become a brilliant game. Now we're talking more content outside of gameplay. Remove the RP deduction. I appreciate they're trying to balance a free-to-play game with making money. Why is there a deduction, though, for not playing the game? If I didn't play this game for a month, I'd come back and I'd go from 90k RP available to minus 150 or something. It's just dumb. Like, how's that? So that's a mobile phone type system game. I think XP on players needs slightly improving. I don't think it needs a huge buff. I've played since the XP update. I've played quite a lot. My keeper's still 50k off leveling. Players should not take thousands of games to get to a 90 or something. Player skills, there should be some way of resetting them, in my opinion. I don't know how they could do that, but you shouldn't be locked with a player forever until you once you put a skill on them. CP cost of players should be improved when selling. Haaland, if I sold him, I'd get 63 million. I'm not saying you should get the full money back, but yeah, that's a ridiculous. It's like an 80% tax. That's crazy. Skins. These need explaining what they do. How do you see it? How do you look at skins again? There you go, R2. It doesn't explain what they do. It just says 4-star interceptions. What does Haaland getting 2-star jumping mean to give him 2 jumping games to give him 20? Like, these are one of the main ways that UFL can make money, the skins. It's a cosmetic thing somewhat, but it's also adds a buff to players. If people don't actually understand what they do, people are going to be less likely to want to spend money on the game. It's an easy fix. Just explain what the buffs actually do. What else have I got here? More game modes. Obviously, more are coming. The game's just launched. I appreciate that, but that'll improve the game. They've talked about squad battle type stuff, draft mode, co-op, things like that would be really good and just give people more they can actually do. I mean, they could put like special tournaments in with player requirements where you could get special skins and unique stuff. Showdown rewards, I think these look a lot more reasonable now. I do think the deluxe ones, they could replace them with slightly better packs, but the CP being a lot better, the reward is a lot better now. It's a lot more viable. I think the game's a fair bit better for that. I think the matchmaking still needs a slight buff in terms of the improvement. I don't think matchmaking should be the same as divisions. It's stupid if I'm just matching Ruby Plus players in Showdown for the same rewards as a Bronze player. I think matchmaking in general needs a slight change. I don't know if it's because there's just not many people at the high divisions. It often takes me 10+ minutes to find a game. And after 5 minutes, the priority increases, but it basically means I can match slightly lower level players. But if someone just doesn't ready up, it just resets. I've had 20+ minute waits before after midnight. Co-op. I think co-op would be great for the game, improve it a lot. Actual leaderboards in Premier Division. Like I said, this isn't me moaning or making an excuse. I've not played loads of the game. It looks like I've played a lot, but there's people in Premier who've played 4 or 5 times the amount of games as me. I don't really care about where my ranking is right now. I'm just trying to improve at the actual fundamentals of the game. The meta stinks at a high level. What difference does it make if I'm ranked 10 or ranked 1 or ranked 5, whatever? I'm just trying to play in a way that I enjoy the game, and I think long term will help me. But an actual leaderboard would make sense. Um, Legends to the game, they've announced those. I want to see more about that. That's the type of thing that'll get people hype. I appreciate that might be a way away though. An actual roadmap of they've kind of given us a mini roadmap, but a bit more of an official one. They don't have to stick religiously to it, but talking about when legends are going to come, progression. So we've got right now, we've got players who are 91 rated. I can't imagine players are going to stick 99 rated forever. Long term, I want to see what the progression is, how they're going to be able to keep improving our accounts. I'd like them to talk about that. Explanation of what skills actually do. This is one that someone put in the comments. So if I have ultra effect on Predator compared to high effect, how much of a buff is that? Is it a 20% buff to composure? Actual explanation of stuff helps people understand it a bit more, and it stops people moaning about saying the game's fixed, rigged, stuff like that. Explanation of just what stats do. And then another thing that I'd like, player stats, seeing goals, appearances, assists, clean sheets, in-depth stuff like that. That'd be really good. I think people love stuff like that and go crazy for stuff like that. And then the last thing I'd say is long-term club objectives. It can be, it doesn't have to be to get CP or RP maybe, it can just be to get skins, fun stuff like that. Cool things that actually you can grind towards long-term. There's loads that you could say, I guess. Like I say, I really love this game, a lot about it. Hopefully, UFL watch this video, take a lot of it on board. It's a lot of what I've been saying, is what a lot of you have been saying, the community in the comments. I think that they're being open and transparent with feedback. They're communicating a lot. Like I say, the game's got a lot of potential. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. As always, appreciate you. Keep it spicy. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.